Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today I'm going to show you how you can use your original SEGA Dreamcast controller on the Nintendo Switch. And when you program it up, it actually works really well. Now obviously this is not going to work natively. We are going to have to use two different adapters, but once you do this, it works perfectly, and I will show you that later on in the video. So obviously this does not fit into the Nintendo Switch, so we're going to have to first of all convert it to USB, and then we're going to have to do it so that the USB is understood by the Switch. So the two adapters we're going to need are this Titan 1 adapter, and we will have to program this as well, and this Mayflash adapter. This is a Dreamcast controller adapter for PC USB. Now this has got two ports on it, but only one of them are going to work. So although you can plug in two controllers, only player one here will work. If you plug in the second controller, it will do nothing when it's using the Nintendo Switch. So to begin with, I'm going to show you it in handheld mode, and then after that we'll play a couple of games when it's docked and you'll see it working on the big screen. So let's just come down here and show you it working to begin with on here. So first things we need to do is go to System Settings, and we need to go down to Controllers and Sensors, and we need to turn on Pro Controller Wired Communication. Like that. Right, so that's that bit done. Now what we're going to do is, this is a USB-C, so we're going to have to use a USB-C on-the-go cable so we can plug in the Titan 1 adapter. So that goes into there, and then we plug the Titan 1 into here. We're going to then plug the Dreamcast Mayflash adapter into that, and then we're going to plug this into here, and you will see that that will light up, but unfortunately this will give you no information up here at all. And now look at the screen down here. After a couple of seconds you will see that it is now working. The problem is right now you can see it says 0 there. This is unprogrammed, so the buttons will not do what you expect them to do. For example, on System Settings I have to press X to actually enter it. So let's change it to begin with to what I've programmed it to, and you will see it will work perfectly. And then I will go back to 0 to show you what would happen if you've just plugged it in. Now to make it a lot easier, rather than having it down here, if you press home you see it will go back. Let's put it onto the big screen and you can see it working in docked mode, and then it will be a lot clearer. So we're going to get away with the USB-C, plug that into there. So obviously we don't need this now. We're just going to plug this straight into one of the USB ports on the side of the Nintendo Switch. Again, you can see that lighting up and making a noise. And now we're on 0 again, so let's change it to 1, and check this out. Yeah, you can see it working there. So let's go down to System Settings just to show you what each of the buttons does, and I'll do a bit of a lag test and also show you the analog stick working as a proper analog stick. So Controllers and Sensors, let's go down to Test Input Devices, Test Controller Buttons. Now watch this. You see here, A, B, let's zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so that's A and B. We got Y, X, and look how responsive it is. To me, it feels perfect. We've got R, L, and then the D-pad. And again, if I run round, you can see how quick it's working. And this will be home. Now let me show you the analog stick. Now with this, normally to test the analog stick you have to press in on the analog stick, but obviously being a Dreamcast controller it does not press in. So what temporarily all I've done is I've reprogrammed this down here, so if I was to go to number 2 it will allow me to use this as the click in on the analog stick. I'm just doing that purely for the video to show you that it is working as an analog stick. So let's go down to System Settings, Controllers and Sensors, and Calibrate Control Sticks. Now watch this, press this in, and now look at it, perfect analog stick, small movements and big movements, and again completely responsive. So we have the full range there. Yeah, so it's nice that it's working as a proper analog, and again, home. Right, let me show you a little bit of gameplay. Let me get this set up. Right, okay now, so we just need to pop this back to number 1 because remember we were on program number 2. So to program that you just do it on your PC, and then all you have to do is use the remapping feature, and then you can actually choose the buttons you want to remap. So I forgot to show you earlier, but when you don't remap that yourself, what will happen is these will be different, and also then when you, for example, press up on the D-pad, it will not only go up, it will also take you to home as well, so it like does 2 presses. And the biggest thing of all is, although this hasn't got a right analog stick, for some reason it's measuring an analog right stick input. So if you were to play a game like Mario Kart, even with auto accelerate off, it's still just going to be going forward because the right analog stick is in the up position. But now when you reprogram it, which takes 5 minutes, it works absolutely fine. So check this out now. So A is going to be accelerate like normal, B is going to be brake and reverse, and then we've got our right here to drift around the corner, and then we've got our left button as well to do the weapons. So here we go, power up, left. As you can see, it works perfectly. Right, okay, so that's that one there. Let me show you something more similar to a Dreamcast game. So I believe on this game here, Ikaruga, I believe that was first out on the Dreamcast, so let's show you that. Now I'm no good at this one because I've only just got it, but I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. So those of you that love the Dreamcast, when the games eventually come over to the Switch, hopefully we will see some in 2019, then this might be an option for you. Right, I'm going to do arcade mode. So you can use a D-pad or the analog stick. So D-pad, analog stick. This is going to be fire, this is going to be changing the phase or whatever it's called. And I believe when you charge up you can use the right, there you go, the right trigger there to release it. Although I haven't played much of this, it looks like an amazing game. Right, okay, so there you have it, the Dreamcast controller working perfectly on the Nintendo Switch, albeit it's through a couple of adapters. So like I said earlier, most people won't do this, but for those of you that want to do it, at least you now know that it is possible. So if you like this video, appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe for more how-to videos. Take care, bye now.